Okay, this is factoring day 2, solving quadratics by factoring day 2. Okay, n squared plus 2n equals 0. Okay, so we have to factor these first. When you see terms like this, in this case, I have a common variable in each of these terms. Okay, so I have to factor out the common factor. So here in the case, the common factor is n squared. Taking n out of n squared, that leaves me n. Taking n out of 2n, that leaves me just a 2. Equals 0. So here are my two factors, n and n plus 2. So now it looks like yesterday's assignment. We just set each factor equal to 0. And that's it. Right? So this one, there's no work involved. This one, little work, not too much. Right? I'm going to do the first 4 problems. So number 2 is just like number 1. I'm going to take out a common factor. Right? When I take an x out of x squared, remember x squared is x times x, so I'm taking one of the x's out. Taking x out of 7x leaves me just a 7. Set each factor equal to 0. Alright, so that's already solved for. That's one of my answers, x equals 0. The other one I have to keep solving. So I get x equals 7. Alright, continue on. Number 3. Okay, this one is that factors into 2 binomials. Remember the two terms. Alright, x squared is easy. It's x times x. Right? This is old stuff. I'm just helping you remember, right? What are the factors of 7 that subtract to make 6? Well, 7 times 1 is 7. 7 minus 1 is 6. Recall that if this term is negative, they have to have different signs, right? In order, remember, we're multiplying these. Like x times x gives me x squared. 7 times 1 gives me 7. But really, it should be, I should be thinking about negative 7. So it could be negative 7 times positive 1 gives me negative 7, or positive 7 times negative 1 gives me negative 7. So which one do you put the sign in? Well, we want to get a negative 6. So to get a negative 6, we need the 7 to be negative, right? Negative 7 plus positive 1 gives me negative 6. So that's why. And the rule I shared with everybody was the bigger factor should have the same sign as the middle. Okay, and that's it. Now, after we get to this point, we'd set each factor equal to 0 and solve. At this point, you should be able to solve simple equations like that. If you skip these 2 steps and go straight to the answer, that's fine with me. Okay, just make sure you get the sign correct, because x minus 7 leads to x equal positive 7. X plus 1 leads to x equals negative 1. Okay, let's do number 4. Here. K squared is k and k. What are the factors of 20? And this time they're going to add to make 9. What are the factors of 20 to add to make 9? Well, 10 times 2 is 20, but 10 plus 2 is not 9. 10, so something else. 4 times 5. 4 times 5 is 20, and 4 plus 5 is 9. Now, to get a positive 20, these two have to be the same sign. So positive 4 times positive 5 gives me positive 20, but I've got this negative here. So at least one of these have to be negative. Negative 4 times, but I need a positive 20 still here. So they both have to be negative. Negative 4 times negative 5 gives me a positive 20. Negative 4 plus negative 5 gives me negative 9. So it's negative. They're both negative. So again, we're at the same spot. Set each factor equal to 0. And solve them separately. That's it. Alright, I'm going to do one more. Number 6. Because this looks kind of weird. Okay. V squared minus 9. We have, this is the difference of 2 squares. If you don't remember, what I have is a perfect square minus a perfect square. There's no middle term, right? It looks different from number 5, where you got variables in both terms. There's a k squared and a k. So this one is, number 5 is a common factor. It's like number 1. Number 5 is like number 1, where I take out a common factor. Number 6 is not like number 1, 2, or 5. Right? There is no common factor here. There's a v squared, but there's no other v here. This is the difference in two squared. When you have a difference of two squares, what I mean is here, v squared, that's a perfect square. Well, exponent of 2 makes a perfect square. 9 is a perfect square. Remember, 3 squared is 9. So that's what makes it a perfect square. So we just split that up, v minus 3, v plus 3. And this is just the rule. Right? V minus 3, v plus 3. Think of it this way. The middle term is missing, right? The v term is missing. The v without the exponent. Well, think about it this way. Negative 3 plus 3 is 0. That's why it's gone, right? Because they cancel each other out when you add them. But anyways, this is something you're supposed to memorize. So we got v minus 3 equals 0. V plus 3 equals 0. Add 3, and you got v equals 3. Subtract 3, you got v equals negative 3. Alright, that's day 2.